You'll never find these places in a travel guide, even though they're hiding in plain sight. These are New York's private member clubs where you can't just walk in, even with $1 million in your pocket. Today, we're going behind the closed doors of the spots where the people who actually run the world have lunch. Let's start where money smells like history. Le Bernardin. This is where corporate fates are decided between courses. It's a seafood sanctuary so quiet, you can literally hear your competitor's stock price dropping. But be careful, your trendy blazer might not pass the test. The dress code is stricter than a royal wedding. Dinner for two? Set aside at least $800, and that's before the wine, which could easily cost as much as a down payment on a car. Just read these reviews. It's actually insane. One guy goes, "It was a religious experience. I cried over the octopus, and the waiter wiped my tears with silk. I just hope that napkin didn't cost as much as my rent." Then there's this 2-star legend. Portions are so tiny that after a $400 bill, I headed straight to McDonald's. And my favorite, it's so quiet that when I dropped my fork, everyone looked at me like I just crashed the stock market. There you have it. Silk napkins, awkward silence, and fish that costs more than a flight to Europe. If you want to spend money so fast it hurts your banker's soul, head to Masa. There's no menu. You sit at a $200,000 wooden bar, and the chef decides your fate. It's called omakase, and it starts at $950 per person. Before drinks, before tips. For that price, the chef should personally apologize to the fish before serving it. But billionaires love it because they're too tired from making executive decisions all day. Just look at these comments. We're at Masa, where lunch starts at $150, but the prices in the menu clearly have a mind of their own. One guest literally called it not omakase, but shmomokase, because the bill was way higher than what the website promised. But here's the best part. The server offered fresh wasabi, then charged an extra $20 for it. $20 for a bit of radish. For that price, the wasabi shouldn't just be spicy, it should be giving me financial advice. It's like buying a Tesla and finding out the steering wheel is a paid, optional extra. But real elitism is about access. Clubs like Zero Bond. This is where Kim Kardashian might be discussing her next contract at the table next to you. Having millions isn't enough. You need references and a massive initiation fee. You won't find many interior photos on Google Maps because privacy is the ultimate luxury. You're paying for the right to chew a burger next to the names you see on the Forbes list. Just look at these comments. We're at Zero Bond, the private NYC club where the reviews go from divine to absolute trash. One fan loves it. The attention to detail is carried through to the culinary experience. It's an impressive balance of an interesting crowd and memorable dining. And here's the peak professionalism. We asked the bartender which Pinot Noir they had, and he just said, "A good one." We tried to clarify 3 times, but he simply ignored us. Imagine paying thousands in membership fees just to have a bartender tell you the wine is good and then ghost you. Basically, you're paying for status, but it's a gamble whether you get an elite experience or a $50 glass of who knows what. Today's billionaires want to live forever, so stakes are out. At 11 Madison Park, you'll pay $400 for carrots and beets. This is high-tech vegan fine dining. They use science to make a radish taste better than anything you've ever had. It's the go-to for the crowd that wants to save the planet while spending a year's salary on a single dinner. Just look at these comments. 11 Madison Park has 3 Michelin stars, but the reviews are a wild ride. The fans say, "Best dinner of my life, every dish is a masterpiece, and the service makes you feel like royalty." But then there's this 1-star disaster. The server poured their soup into a water glass, and the dessert was so frozen that when they tried to cut it, it literally flew off the plate and across the room. Imagine paying $400 just to watch your cake play hockey. Bottom line, you're either getting a culinary dream or a front-row seat to a flying dessert show dinner. So, where do the rich eat? Anywhere the cameras can't find them, where the vegetables cost more than your rent, and the waiter knows the name of your yacht. But honestly, after looking at these prices, my $3 street dog is starting to look like the best investment of my life. Where would you go if you became a millionaire tomorrow? Let me know in the comments.